somebody please tell me what exactly is the point in voting if our votes don't really matter? Because let's be honest, the system that we live in is rigged. And even if we were to have this stand-up person that wanted to be elected to actually create change, can we be honest that that's not really the intention of the elites and the government? They don't want change. Anything that benefits them and their pockets is what they want. The well-being of the people is not even of their concern. Because let's be honest, America is living in survival mode right now. On top of that, the food that they're feeding us is not even natural. They're constantly trying to pump drugs in us. They're intentionally trying to rot our brains. So it's just like, can we see through the BS and understand that they don't really want change? They don't want to help us. They don't want things to benefit us, the common folk. Yeah, they don't. So what's really the point in me voting? And I'll be completely honest, I used to think, based off of what other people would say, like, oh, well, if you're not voting, then you are playing a role in not getting the outcome that you want. But I'm enlightened enough to understand that that's not true. And I wasn't really solid on my current thought process until I really understood how the government worked in Africa. I have realized that every leader that has tried to create some type of change in Africa to make the economy better or just to make things flow, because they are a very rich country, and I'm not even talking about monetary wise. They are rich in so many different resources, but they basically got tricked out of thinking that what they had was actually valuable so that other people could come in and steal it. But I've realized that any time that there has always been a leader who has tried to make some type of change or to elevate the community, they have always been taken down, whether it's through assassination or getting locked up or whatever events took place. And based off of having conversations with other Africans who are very well versed in politics in Africa, I've always had the question of why hasn't there been one soul who has been successful in actually trying to help Africa? If you're a native in Africa, how is there not at least one person who genuinely wants to see change through all the suffering and just all the struggles that they have witnessed and heard about? And the reality is, well, for one, the whole crab's in a bucket. And because it's not intended for them to grow. It's not intended for change to actually happen. Because if they were to actually have the power that I know that they could have and the success that I know that they could have, if there's at least one level-headed person trying to actually make change, because I'm pretty sure there are plenty of people who, if given the position, they would do right by it. But I've realized that that's not what's intended to happen for them, unfortunately, whether it's through other politicians of other areas or just with their own people who are getting paid to basically keep things exactly how it is. Things are not going to change. So once I came to that solid understanding when it comes to just my perception of how is Africa not evolving without the help of non-African people, it helped me really understand, like, okay, in America, you cannot tell me that there is not one politician who actually wants to help the people. And I'm pretty sure there are a select few people, don't get me wrong, but the reality is they will never be at the top to manifest the positive reality that they would want for us to live. And then to have Mr. Sleepy Joe in the office who can't even formulate a sentence, honestly, like, I'm even surprised because I did not think he would make it past year 1 or year 2, but to see that they have allowed that man to stay in office and then to even watch him speak is just like, wow, this is who you're making our leader. And then on top of that, it's just like, how do you expect people to take us serious? I do not want to be an American citizen living in America right now because I don't want to be collateral damage. Because if I were other countries, if I'm being completely honest, based off of understanding humans, if a person sees a person is weak, they are going to take advantage of it. And I'm pretty sure we understand how these countries and these leaders work. They are all greedy, they all want money, and they all want land. So if you see that American leaders are not really of respectable nature, how do you not process that, oh, this is about to be an easy lick? So for me, it's just like, what really is the point? And the fact that we are considering Biden again and Trump again for elections is beyond me. Like, at this point, I just don't take America serious at all. Whatever happens, like I said, I pray to God I'm not collateral damage, but I would not be shocked at this point. I would not be shocked. America is just a joke. They don't want order unless they are in full control. And full control to where it's lining their pockets heavy. Okay? And what benefits us does not line their pockets heavy. So they're going to milk us. They're going to suck us dry. Do you hear me? I genuinely do pray for America. Honestly, I don't even know if I could really say that, because America has a lot of karma to pay for all the BS that they have done to a lot of people. So I'm just going to take a step back, leave everything in God's hands, and I'm just going to wish well. But that's just why I don't believe in partaking in elections, because the reality is they don't want change. The world is but a stage, and politics to me right now is literally a play.